Hi, my name is Terri Sproul and I want to welcome you to my studio. I'm kind of excited today because I am going to show you a really cool canvas using Faber-Castell's products. I adore their products. I cannot wait to see what they're going to come out with again this year. So come on down, let's play. Okay, first thing I did is I grabbed myself a canvas, and this is just one of those really thin canvases. I get them at Dick Blick's, but you can find them at, Hobby Lobby or Michael's or any of those type places. And then I found 3 stamps that I really like from SinCity Stamps, and they're mannequin stamps. So I'm going to lay them on my canvas where I want them to be. And then I'm going to real lightly take my pencil, and I want to make sure it's real good and sharp, and I'm going to use the, I love this little pencil sharpener from Faber-Castell. It is a great pencil sharpener because it's got multiple things on it. Make sure my pencil is good and sharp, and then do a really light sketch around these mannequins. And you'll see why I'm doing this here in a minute. And I'm not worrying about it being perfect because I'm going to have it basically all covered with gelatos here in a minute. But I want to know where these are basically going to lay. These mannequin stamps are really cool from SinCity Stamps. They actually have a front and back. So if you are doing a project that has a front and back, they work really cool. Okay, now I'm going to grab my gelatos. And I'm going to start off with white, and I'm going to put the white where the mannequins are going to be going. So that was the logic behind that. So these are where the mannequins are going to get stamped when I get to that part. So I'm getting my gelatos onto my background. And then I'm going to start doing colors going out from them. So I'm going to start with really light colors. So I'm going to start off with this buttercream. Another just absolutely beautiful colors. These are like chapstick almost in a way. And they're a water-based color. So you use water with them. And I'll explain that a little more as we go along. As most of you know, I do a Tuesday night class live on the internet. And I use these a lot in my shows. So there's that yellow. So I'm going to go with a little darker yellow, and I think this one is lemon. So again, going out. Now I realize I'm not going to get a lot of color in between those, but that's okay. And I think I want to go out one more time with, something like an orange, and this one's actually mango. Excuse me, mango. So I'm going to finish that off with the mango around the edge. I'm leaving for CHA in a couple days, and I cannot wait to go by the Memory Craft Faber-Castell's booth to see what they have in store for us this year. Now, you can put some water on your canvas, or you can actually even blend these out with your hands. But basically at this point you're going to start blending them. Get the colors moving. And I actually do want to get that white moving too. And it's okay that I'm getting the yellow in there because that's going to all be covered. I just wanted it to be the lightest color in the center, and then kind of go out from there. And look how they blend and become just yumminess, as I always say. They're just yummy. I've done quite a few canvases using the gelatos, and I've even taught beginner classes using the gelatos, and people just love them. People who have never done a canvas in their life, I have taught them how to use these gelatos on a canvas, and they walk away thinking they're an artist, because these products just make life so much easier for you. So I've got a beautiful canvas going right now, looking really nice and all blended out. And if I wanted to, I could even go a little darker around the edge with maybe this one. What is this? This is Watermellon. So we could go in just a little darker right along that edge, just to give it a little more depth. Because that's what it does. That's a really good artist trick, I guess is what I'm trying to teach you. See how my colors are going out and they're getting darker? What that's going to do to your with your eye is it's going to allow your eye to come to the center. And that's a really, really good trick if you are a beginning artist or a self-taught artist. Sorry guys, my tongue is getting all twisted this morning. It really can give you an idea of how you can how to do stuff. This is a really good artist trick about. And you see, this time I didn't even get them wet. I'm just using what's left of the water that's on the canvas, because the canvas is still a little wet, and I'm blending them out with my finger. And I really, really like the way that looks now. It needed that just a little bit darker on the edges. And I'm just taking my finger and blending it out. A real good hint, even though I'm not going to use it on this one, say your color got too dark and you didn't like it, baby wipes are your friend. Take a baby wipe and basically you can take all this color almost completely off. So I really like the way that's blending out. See how I'm just doing a circular motion, and that's just blending those colors out and making them just all kinds of yummy. I know, that's my funny word for my happiness when it comes to stamps. I call, or images, I call it yumminess, because it is just yummy to me. So I'm real quickly drying this up. I am going to come in with my white again and just get it a little more white in the center here, right where those images are going to go for me here in a second. And don't worry about if you get, you know, colors onto your gelato sticks. You just take them onto a sheet to the side and clean them off. I just kind of rub them out. So you don't have to worry about the colors blending or, oh my god, I just got yellow on my gelato, on my white gelato, which I did. It's okay, that'll all be fixed later. No stress. Okay. I likey. Okay, this is still real wet right here, so I'm going to dry it just a little more. I just want those spots where I'm going to stamp to be nice and dry for me. So now I'm grabbing my stamps and putting them onto a block. Now, I am going to grab my Pitt Artist Big Brush pen in black. What is wonderful about these particular pens over on any other type of marker is they are Indian ink. Indian ink is a permanent ink, and what I love about Indian ink also is the color of Indian ink is really, really, really rich. It's just intensely rich color. So I am grabbing, and as you see, I'm just using it to color in my image. Now what's also cool, which I'm not doing here, you could come in with multiple colors. So say I wanted that butterfly in the center to be a different color. I could have actually taken my Pitt pen in whatever color I want and color that in, and it'd be all really good. So now I'm going to stamp this onto my canvas. Love, isn't that cool? Now grab the next one, because as you know I have 3 of them here. Again, doing the exact same thing, coloring that image in. I love how these work. And then what's nice too is I don't necessarily have to take ink pads with me if I go to, like, say, a retreat or something. I can take all of my Pitt pens, and I have all my ink pads right there in multiple colors, so it's super, super easy. There's 2 done, and 1 more. And I know this part's kind of boring, sorry. Okay. Okay, really like the way that turned out. Now at this point I can actually come in and put a little more color around them at this point. So say I don't think they're, you know, I got too much white around the edge. Here's where you come in with the color again. Oh, make sure your black is dry. Once they are dry, they are permanent, but they will move prior to that. And I'm talking about the Pitt, I'm sorry guys, my mouth this morning. Pitt artist pens are not permanent when they're still wet, so make sure that you are dry at this point when you go in and start putting more color around it. And you can just heat set it like I did. Oh, love the way this is looking. Honestly, if I probably wasn't doing this taped, I'd probably walk away for 5-10 minutes just to make sure this is all good and dry. But since I am taping it, oh, I like the way that works. Now, at this point, I can come in and color them. I can use either the Pitt pens again, but they do have them in smaller, or I could even use I love, love, love all of my Faber-Castell Art Grit Aquarelles. These are all water pencils. So I could come in at this point and start coloring these images in if I'm looking to do that. And I'm not going to do that completely on camera here because that'd be boring. But just to give you an idea. So I get some of the color on there, and then I can come in with a water pen, or just any type of brush that you might have, and get those colors moving. And look how pretty that's going to be. Oh, I love when stuff works out really cool. Look at how pretty that is. Love my life. So just keep coming in and coloring these images in. Adding the water where I want it. I always clean my brush in between. And look at how that's turning out. And then I can go in and also put some beautiful words down there at the bottom. I'm going to turn this towards me so I can write well. And let's say, what am I going to say on this? Even where I messed up, I can even come in with my Pitt pen and just clean those stamps images up if it didn't get it completely covered. And then I think I'm going to have You know, I'm drawing a blank on what quote I should put at the bottom, but I'm going to put some type of quote down there. And when I'm completely finished, I will post a finished project on my blog. Thanks for stopping by.